Hey, it's T with another yoga class from my garage. As always, take what you need from this practice, do any modifications or variations that you want to, and enjoy. We are going to begin today back in child's pose. So, I love this pose. Bring your feet together, take your knees wide. So it's going to be a wide leg child's pose. Extend your upper body forward, and use your hands to press your hips back. And maybe move back and forth. So there's no rule that poses have to stay completely still, right? They're never really completely still anyway. There's always something going on. But feel free to move around in the space and find what feels good. And as you do, start to tap into your breath. Become more aware of your breath, the inhale and the exhale. Good. And allow your head to rest on the floor if it's not there already. Try to feel like you could expand your limbs into the floor. You could press your forearms, your hands into the floor. They could just continue sinking down. Your hips could sink down into your heels. The tops of your feet could expand into the floor. Your shin bones could spread down into the floor. Breathe into your low back. Feel like you could just expand the breath into that low back. Good. And as you continue breathing, allow your breath to become a little bit thicker. Imagine you could take that breath a little bit thicker, like drinking a milkshake through a straw. Feel your breath against your throat. The easiest way to do this is to just imagine fogging up a mirror inside of your mouth, or saying the word hot with your lips closed as you exhale. And then feel that closing of the throat just a little bit on that exhale, and try to maintain it as you inhale as well. Feel the breath brush against the throat. But it takes practice, so don't worry too much about it. Good. Really spread your fingers into the floor. Inhale, shift forward. So now you're in a modified plank. Hands underneath the shoulders. Good. Breathe. Open your chest. Exhale, chest into the floor. Tilt your tailbone to the ceiling. Inhale, slide forward and roll your shoulders back. Tops of the toes into the floor. Lift your belly away from the floor. Try to draw your ribs in. Good. Exhale, back child's pose. Inhale, forward. Move on the breath. Exhale, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, back. 2 more times like that. Inhale, forward, press through your fingers. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, try to draw your belly up away from the floor. Exhale, back. Let's go one more. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Come to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Good. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Draw your belly and spread through your shoulder blades, the backs of the shoulder blades. Good. Inhale. All the while, your fingers are pressing into the floor. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. coming back to that neutral spine, walk those knees back. Good, so we're back into our modified plank. Take your right arm home up underneath the left and drop your right shoulder to the floor. Use your left hand to press your left shoulder back. Good, breathe. Again, maybe you're finding some movement. Maybe you're rolling back and forth into that shoulder a little bit. Maybe you're using your left hand to push your left shoulder back. Maybe you can find more space. Every time you notice more space, move into that space. Good, coming back center. Take the other way. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale underneath. Finding what works for you. Depth in a pose is just a matter of connecting to breath. Good, maintain that steady breath. And then come back into that neutral all fours position. Breathe. Walk those hands back out. Tuck those toes and lift those hips. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. So bending those knees back and forth for this first down dog. Hands are out in front of you. Fingers are spread wide. So the hands are directly in front of the shoulders, but the fingers are spread as wide as you can get those fingers. Middle finger pointing forward, all of the rest of the fingers coming out from there. So no twisting in the wrists. Good. Energy is directed up and back, so those hips reach up and back. Good. And then you're pedaling those feet to stretch into this pose. Feet are about hip width. Good. Strong hands pressing into the floor. Spread the weight through those fingers. Good. Now lift those hips up and back. Try to melt your chest back towards your thighs. And then take a slight bend in your elbows and wrap your biceps up toward the ceiling. So you're going to take the bony part of your elbow, try to point it down towards the floor, and feel how you can open your shoulder blades a little bit. Then hug your arms in towards your head. Breathe. Good. Inhale forward to a plank. Exhale. This time moving into chaturanga modified, knees on the floor, otherwise elbows come straight back, upper arm parallel to the floor. Activate your quadriceps, draw your belly in. Without the legs touching the floor, inhale, slide forward into upward facing dog, Urdhva Trikonasana. Legs are off of the floor. Modified, if this is too much here on your back, go back to that cobra here, yes? Lift from your hips, squeeze your inner thighs in, squeeze your glutes. Imagine you can look at the wall behind you, but your gaze is at your nose. Now take your gaze to your belly button. Draw your belly back as you roll over your toes and find a downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. This time lift your heels. Melt your torso back towards your legs. Good. Breathe. And lower those heels back towards the floor. Spread through your fingers. Inhale forward to the plank. Strong quadriceps. Keep your legs active. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Find what works. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe. Allow the breath to happen first. We're just adding motion to the breath. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. Press your chest forward through the gate of your shoulders. Exhale, draw back. Breathe. Good. Now this time, instead of moving through chaturanga, I want you to inhale, roll your plank forward. So you're going to round your back, roll forward into your plank, inhale, and exhale back. Moving through those feet as well. You're going to feel some stretch in your feet. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale back. Good. Two more. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale back. Good. Now take your gaze up between your hands. Walk your feet the way up to your hands at the top of your mat. Good. So this is a good place for a block, if you have a block. If not, some big books work nicely, or maybe even a hearth or something, if you need something underneath those hands. Focusing on straightening those legs. And to do that, I want you to think about pressing your hamstrings back. Good. Think about pressing the four corners of each foot into the floor. And think about your legs being up against a wall. Good. And you're pressing back against that wall without leaning your hips back. You're just pressing the muscles in the backs of the legs back against the wall, keeping the legs strong. Imagine your legs as a rock wall. Your upper body is just water cascading over that rock wall. Hanging. Good. Maybe nod your head yes. Or no. Relax. Maybe holding onto the elbows here. You can feel like you could stretch your waist down towards the floor. Breathe. Good. Release those hands. Bend your knees and roll up. Tuck your tailbone first and drag that upper body all the way up into Tadasana at the top of your mat. So fingers are reaching towards the floor, palms are forward. Tailbone is lengthening, so reach your tailbone down towards the floor, activating this low part of your belly. Keep your ribs pulling in nice and tight, shoulders down the back, sternum lifting. Breathe. Good. Inhale, sweep up, gaze up, maybe the hands touch. Exhale, lengthen forward, and hold. Breathe. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. And inhale, roll up. Exhaling at the top. Good. Inhale, sweep up. Strong legs. Exhale, lengthen forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll up. Exhale at the top. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll up. Press through your feet. Exhale at the top. Good. Moving with that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Moving on this way. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. This time, plant those hands. Step your feet back into the top of that plank. Good. Inhale, tilt forward. Press your shoulders back. Exhale, chaturanga or modifying. Inhale, pick your back bend. Exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step to the top of the mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. This time, inhale, reverse swan dive up. Arms come out to the sides, powered up. Exhale, hands heart center. Good. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lengthen forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Stepping back, top of your plank. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, draw back. Breathing. Breathing first. Good. Gaze forward. Exhale. Step forward. Fold. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Reverse swan dive up. Exhale. Hands heart center. Good. Inhale. Sweep up. Exhale. Lengthen forward. Inhale. Halfway. Exhale, release, step back, top of your plank. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Good, bring those feet a little bit closer together. Inhale your right leg up. Ooh, my hip just popped. Breathe. Good. Maybe your standing heel can reach a little closer to the floor with the right leg extended. Maybe not, or maybe. Good, breathe. Root down into your fingers. As you exhale, bring your right knee across to your left elbow. Exhale, bring it across. Stay strong. Inhale, sweep it up. Good. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring that right knee center and plant your foot. Drop your back knee. Good. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Breathe. Good. Now try to think about bringing this front knee back just a little bit and squaring those hips up. Lengthening your tailbone. Trying to keep this nice and strong. So you're trying to lengthen through this low back instead of letting it just kind of arch. Yes, keep that strong. And then shift your hips forward. Hug your inner thighs in. Breathe. Maybe the arms are up, maybe not. They might be at your hips. Maybe your gaze is up. Keep those ribs pulling in. Breathe. Good. Exhale back into Ardha Chandrasana. So you're going to straighten this front leg, but maybe slide it forward because I want you to keep this back hip stacked on top of the knee and then fold forward. Pressing that front heel into the floor, lengthening. Breathe. Try to square your hips. So push your right hip back and your left hip forward. Good. You can even feel like you're pulling with this right heel. Lengthen through your spine. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep those legs strong. Hug your inner thighs in. Good. Inhale back into that kneeling crescent. Breathe. Exhale the hands down. Lift your back knee. Take your right leg back. Now either move through that vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or you can just press to downward facing dog from here. Up to you. Good. Inhale your left leg up. And breathe. Try to roll those shoulders away from your ears by slightly bending those elbows and hugging those arms in. Breathe, lengthen. Really pressing into your standing heel. Even if it's not touching the floor, reach that standing heel, that right heel towards the floor. Good. Exhale, bring that left knee across to your right elbow. Really press through all of your fingers. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, bring it across to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring it center. Drop that foot. Good. Drop your back knee. And inhale, kneeling crescent. So remember, we're going to square up. Maybe you can back it off just a little bit to try to square this up. Keep this nice and long. So you almost feel like you're tucking that tailbone a little bit. Good. And then let those hips shift forward. Breathing. Good. So there should be always this constant squeeze of your hips kind of in towards center, towards that midline. Upper inner thighs squeezing in, hips squeezing in, keeping that support for the back. Good. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Good. Maybe it slides forward so you can stack your hip on top of your knee in the back. Good. And then folding forward. Now don't feel like you need to fold over. That leg will just be a little bit to the side of your fold. Your fold is directly forward. Try to square those hips. Breathe. Inhaling, finding some length. Exhaling. Keep lifting your toes, pressing your heel and the back of your leg down towards the floor. Good. Inhale back into that kneeling crescent. And exhale the hands to the floor. Lift your back knee, take your leg back, move through your vinyasa or go to down dog. And breathe. Good. So working that into more of a flow. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, right knee goes across to that left elbow. Inhale. Now this part is just optional. If you want to hang out and down dog instead, you can do that. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right knee comes under, find your kneeling crescent. Plant that foot, drop the back knee. Inhale. This time right away, exhale back, straighten that front leg. Inhale. Your arms just windmill back. Try to stay in this frame right here. Inhale, in the front of your arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This time, inhale, come all the way up. Tuck your back toes. Hug your inner thighs in. Squeeze all the way up, high lunge. Good. Front knee is stacked on top of the ankle. You're able to see your big toe because your knee is tracking out in the direction of your little toe. Breathe. Good. Squeeze those hips. Try to stack your heel on the ball of the foot and then press your hamstrings back. Breathe. Keep the legs there. Exhale, tabletop. Sweep your arms back. Palms are facing the ceiling. Arms reach back. Draw your belly away from your thigh without moving your back. Keep pulling it up. Good. Keep your torso here. Neck elongating. Top of the head towards the front of your room. Good. Squeeze your arms overhead. Good. Exhale back. Inhale, squeeze overhead. Exhale back. Inhale, squeeze overhead. Good. This time, as we exhale, left arm is going to slice as we turn out into a wide angle pose here. Good. Inhale all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale all the way down. This time to the floor. Breathe. So toes are pointing forward. Good. Waist is hanging. Breathe in here. Great place for that block. Feel the weight through your feet kind of shifting, maybe forward and back. Finding your center. Usually we're a little bit too far back. So feel like you could shift the weight into the balls of your feet a little bit more, maybe even your toes. Good. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, turning your left foot to the back of your mat, bending that knee and extending into warrior two. Good. So front knee is tracking over those little toes, and you can adjust your stance if you need to. Arms extended forward and back, gaze is over these front fingers. Shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Hips in the center of those feet. Good. Now inhale, draw those left hamstrings back to straighten this leg. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, open into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good. Great place for a block. I know it's probably at the other end of your mat. Great place for a block or something underneath this hand, preferably on the outside of the leg. You want to imagine you're leaning back against a wall. You want nice long lines. So if you're starting to curve over in order to touch, come up higher. Maybe you're higher on your leg. Maybe you're even here. Breathe. Maybe you're on the floor. Take your gaze up. Good. Stretch those arms and legs apart. Press your feet into the floor. Good. Bend that front knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill everything down. Step back, move through your vinyasa or go to down dog. And breathe. Good. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, center, planting the foot, dropping that back knee, kneeling crescent. Inhale. Good. This time we exhale back, straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep it fluid. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. This time inhaling up into that high lunge. Breathe. Good. Strong legs. Still thinking about trying to flatten this back, this low part of your back. So hips come under just a little bit, but you're pressing your hamstrings back. Good. Shoulders down your back. Breathe. Exhale into that tabletop position. Sweep those arms back, palms are up. Good. Draw your belly away from your leg, toes pointing forward, but the weight is not in the toes. You're able to wiggle those toes if you want. Good. Squeeze those arms overhead. Actually, inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Modified, you can always drop that back knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Away from the spine. Inhale. Good. This time we're spreading to the center. Exhale, spinning on those feet. Good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Breathe. Press into those feet. Try to lighten your heels by shifting the weight forward a little bit. Good. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, warrior two. Bending that right knee, so we're turning back to the front of your mat. Good. Extending forward and back, gazes forward. Stack your knee. Good. Thigh bone rotating back. Press through that back leg. Be strong. Strong in your arms. Imagine pressing on something heavier than air. You actually had to actively press. Good. Inhale. Draw these front hamstrings back to straighten this leg. Good. Exhale. Hinge forward. Inhale. Open into this triangle pose. Breathing. Top shoulder back. Good. So you want to try to line this top shoulder up with your hip. Everything in a nice long line. Imagine being between two panes of glass. You got to stay in this frame. Good. Reach the arms apart. Use the props that you need. Maybe your leg, maybe coming up a little higher, maybe you're on a block. Good. Bend that front knee and inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill down. Step back, and this time lower all the way to the floor. Good. So you're on your belly. Yep. Breathe. Take your arms back. Reach your arms back. So you can keep the arms here, or you can clasp the hands in the back, or hold a towel between your hands. That works as well. Good. Reach your knuckles back. Good. So as if you're trying to reach your heels. And as you do that, we're going to begin to squeeze those legs and try to lift the legs as well. So inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift, hold, breathe. Keep that energy. Exhale, release. Hands under the shoulders, press back, downward facing dog. Good. Now take the feet a little bit wider. Take your right arm, needle it underneath your left. Good. And then reach for that leg. Now, try not to hold directly on the knee. You can hold anywhere else on that leg. If that doesn't work, maybe it's here, or maybe you drop down into a child's pose twist, all right? Just taking a twist after that back bend. Good. So think about the twist here. Gaze up past your arm towards the ceiling. Take any variation of this that you need. And then come back centered. And take the other arm underneath, left arm. Maybe you reach that leg, maybe it's just reaching under. Back center, walk those feet in just a little bit. Good. Extending forward with your body. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bring that right knee across to the left elbow. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale back up. And exhale, bring it center. Plant that foot, moving through our flow. Drop the knee. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale, kneeling. Exhale, back. So maybe a little further back than we were originally. That's okay. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale to rise up. Tuck those back toes. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, tabletop. Toes pointing forward. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, overhead. This time we spread to the center. Exhale, turning those feet. Inhale, up. This time, take your hands at your waist, elbows pointing back. Exhale, lengthen forward. Let that head be heavy. Imagine your waist was made of taffy, and your head is a super heavy rock at the end of a string of taffy. Just continuing to stretch it down towards the floor. Keep squeezing your elbows back behind you. You can always take a block here if you need it instead. Good, release those arms, inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Good. Inhale, lengthen these hamstrings back, press back. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, open Trikonasana. Good. This time, exhale over that leg. So you're setting both arms. You may have to hop this back leg forward just a little bit. Good, take a little bit of a shorter step. Try to stretch your waist forward from your hips. Inhale, back into triangle. Breathe. Exhale into that airplane type pose. Good. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, triangle. Good. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill everything down. Step back, move through your vinyasa or go to down dog. Breathe. Good. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale to that right elbow. Inhale back up. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale back up. Good. Exhale, bring it center. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, squeeze overhead. Exhale. Strong legs, squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time exhaling center, spinning to the center, inhale up. Hands come behind you. Good. Imagine you have back pockets in your pants and point your fingers down towards the floor. Good. So your elbows point back, hands in those back pockets. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Breathe. Be strong in those legs. Good. Release those arms. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale. Inhale, reverse swan back up. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, lengthen that front leg. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, open. Good. Breathe. Find this here. Let those ribs roll up towards the ceiling. If it helps, extend your arm forward and then let it roll back up. Feel your ribs roll up to the ceiling. Good. Exhale into that airplane. So we're going to square the chest over that front leg. Keep those toes pointing forward. Inhale, back into triangle. Exhale, square that chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, breathe here. Exhale, bend your front knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill down. Step back. This time, move through that vinyasa or go to down dog. Breathe in. Good. Inhale forward and exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Now take your right arm palm up underneath your left. Take your left arm in front. Good. Now squeeze your arms together and lower your chin onto your arms, stretching through your shoulders. Allow your hips to kind of wiggle into the floor and relax. Find your breath. Good, now switch arms. So left arm comes in front of the chest, right arm in front of the back. Palms are up. Fill your body with breath. Imagine your limbs are hollow. Imagine your torso is hollow. You can just feel your breath moving through your entire body. Slide those hands back underneath your shoulders and press back downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your right leg up. And add on just a little bit. Exhale that right knee across to your left elbow. At this time, drop your foot. Good. Now roll into your right hand and into your heels and lift that left arm up. Breathe. Really press into your fingers. Exhale that hand back down. Good, bring the knee around, and in one motion, we're just gonna flip this, left heel to the floor, right foot to the floor, inhale up. Good, left hand is now pressing. I like to lift this right heel, give a little more lift to those hips. You're on the outside edge of your left foot, but you could even turn it and plant it if you want. Good, exhale back around. Inhale that right leg all the way up. And exhale, bring it down for that kneeling crescent. Inhale. Exhale, shift back. Inhale. Exhale, shift back. Inhale. Now this time, exhale, shift all the way back. We're going to sit back. So I want you to take your hand on your calf and kind of roll it out. Try to sit inside. Now this is a great place for a towel or a blanket, or maybe even a block underneath your right hip. So you feel like you're sitting evenly. Breathe. Good, a little stretch on the tops of those toes. Sitting nice and tall. And then maybe reaching forward, breathe. So this is a tight stretch on this knee and ankle. So great place for those props if you want them underneath this right hip. If it's very uneven, it will be even tighter. But if you lift this up, it's going to give you a little bit more space. So do what you need to do to make this work for you. Great place also for a towel or strap on the bottom of this foot. Sit it back up. Start to lift. That's what feels nice and tight. Coming back into our crescent lunge. Roll through that back ankle. Good. Inhale. And lift into your high lunge. Exhale, tabletop. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, tabletop. Toes pointing forward, inhale. Exhale, slice to the center. Inhale, up. Good, this time take your arms behind your back. Open your chest. Exhale, fold over. So the arms are just an option. Remember, you're taking whatever you want or need from this flow. You can leave the rest. Breathe. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades so much, maybe your arms come up a little bit, and then pull those arms away from your back. Let those arms stretch overhead. Good. Release those arms to the floor. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Strong legs. Inhale, draw back. So you want to feel like you're pulling your hamstrings towards your back leg that's stationary. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale into that triangle pose. Good. Exhale into that airplane pose. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, airplane. Now this time, hop your back foot up, a hop. Try to square your hips. Good. We're going to fold down towards this leg. So again, great place for a block. It might go right behind this front leg here. You can turn this back foot less if you need to. We're trying to square those hips up a little more into a pyramid pose. Breathe. Pressing. Hug your inner thighs together. So you're pressing your front hamstrings back. You're pressing your back hip forward. Press into the heel of this back foot and the ball of this front foot to try to push those hips toward each other, towards that center line in those hips. Breathe. And if you need a little more, turn your fingers to a point behind you and walk those fingers back to help pull your body towards your leg. Or maybe you're hanging out here on the block. Strong legs, press into those legs. Good. Start to back it off. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sliding this foot back just a little bit, open into Trikonasana, triangle. Breathe. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill down. Step back. Ooh, shake it out. Move through your vinyasa or go to down dog. Breathe. Good. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale it over to your right elbow, but this time remember we're dropping that foot. Inhale, open. Good. So this is a fallen triangle or modified varied side plank type thing. Breathe, lift. You're on your heels. Exhale, bring it back center. And we're just going to spin. So bringing that left knee over to the left elbow, but then continuing as you rotate on that right heel. Drop your right foot, lift your heel, lift your hips. Breathe. Feel the openness of your breath. So anytime you take some kind of back bend, that's as open as it gets for that breath to move through. So try not to grip in your chest. Let that breath flow. Exhale, come back center. Inhale this leg all the way up, give a stretch. Exhale, bring it back to that kneeling crescent. Drop your back knee. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Good, exhale, shifting back. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale, kneeling. Good, this time exhale, coming all the way back. So rotating that thigh out, maybe even moving your leg out just a little bit if you need to sit down inside. Good. Breathing. Nice and tall. Find whatever props you need, right? Props going to that left hip this time. Try to find something that feels level. So if you feel like this hip is a lot higher than the other, prop it up. Breathe. Good. Feeling that stretch through the ankle. Maybe you take this into more of a fold. Up to you. Good, so we're going to bring it up, sitting tall, and begin to shift forward. So we're coming to that kneeling crescent first, so we're making adjustments, roll through this back ankle. Good. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Hug those inner thighs together, tuck your back toes, and rise up, high lunge. Good, exhale, tabletop. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale. time coming center, exhale. Inhale up. Hands come behind your back. Good. Reach your knuckles towards the floor, lift your chest, and then exhale, fold. Good. Tuck your chin a little bit. Allow the top of your head to hang towards the floor. And then again, try shifting the weight forward, a little more into the balls of the feet, maybe even into the toes. Good. Release the arms. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, warrior two. Turn that foot. Good. Make sure you can see those big toes. Good. Breathing. Inhale, draw that leg back. Exhale, hinge forward between those two panes of glass. Inhale, open into triangle. Good. Exhale, airplane. Move on the breath. Inhale, triangle. Exhale. Every time you move into that triangle, let those ribs roll up to the ceiling. Good. Airplane, this time we're holding. We're going to hop this back foot up. Maybe turn it a little bit less, trying to square those hips. And exhale, fold down into this leg. Good. So pressing that back hip forward, using the heel. Press into your back heel and press this back hip forward. Push into the ball of the right foot to press that right hip back. Yes. Very much like we did in that Ardha Hakonasana in the beginning, when we shifted back from that crescent lunge, trying to square those hips. Good. If you need to, walking the hands back, or maybe using a prop, a block behind that front leg. Keep actively pressing those hamstrings back. I know they're maybe yelling at you. Be strong through the entire foot. Even though you're focusing on pressing into the ball of the foot, make sure the four corners of this foot are pressing so we're not rolling to the outside edge of the foot. Good. Start to back it off. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe hopping that leg back, maybe not. Inhale, triangle. Good. Exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill down. Step back. This time lower all the way down to your belly. Breathe. So you can take Shalabhasana like we did before, arms extended back here. Or you can reach back for either the ankles or the tops of the feet. Good. Bring your knees in together. So we're going to start to push the hands into the feet, or the ankles into the feet, to start to lift, and then allow the chest to lift as well. Make sure your belly is squeezing tight. Make sure your glutes are squeezing in. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Push. And exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Energy, gaze up. Exhale, lower. Keep that pushing of the foot into the hand constant. Inhale, lift and hold. Breathe. And exhale, release. Hands into the shoulders. Press back. Downward facing dog. Good. This time, walk those hands back. Hanging in your fold. Good. Take your right hand underneath your face, fingertips to the left. Take your left hand up to your left hip. Bend your right knee. Good. Exhale, back center, straighten your legs. Left hand comes underneath the face, fingertips to the right. Right hand comes to the hip. We rotate through that waist. And then bend that left knee, give you a little more space. And then straighten it back out, walk those hands out, and breathe. Good. Inhale your right leg up. This time exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Roll through that leg. Shake that leg. Good. Lengthen back up. Knee comes to that left elbow, but we're dropping the foot. Inhale. Reach. Good. Exhale around. Spinning on that left heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back around. Inhale, the leg comes all the way up. Exhale, bring it forward into that kneeling crescent. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale, now this time. Exhaling back, option if you're working on your splits. Exhale back. Maybe working into those splits, you're going to continue sliding this leg forward and letting the back leg slide back. Now, good place for props. If you have 2 blocks and you want to put them on either side and put your hands on those blocks, that's a great prep. Maybe you stick the blocks underneath this front leg here. Whatever you need to do, whatever works for you. Try to sit tall. And this is just an option. Work where you need to work, right? But just know, as you push your edge in any stretch, you'll find more space. Ultimately, more space will open up. Good. Begin to reach back out of it. You can stay there as long as you want. This ground is really hard. Good. Turning this back into a kneeling crescent. And rising up. Good. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, tabletop, strong legs. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, spin center. Inhale, all the way up. Good. Exhale, take those arms out. Maybe you can reach pointer finger to your big toe and wrap it underneath. Maybe not. Take any variation that we've taken or any variation that you like on this wide leg stretch. And if you have a headstand in your practice that you want to move into here, that's also an option, a good option for this position. Breathing. You can always pause me if you want to take longer in a pose. Good. Release those arms. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, open into triangle. Breathe. Good. Exhale, square it up. Pop the foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Good. Now from here, take this right hand as close to your left foot as you can, maybe even on the outside. Maybe hop that back foot up even more if you need to. Still a good place for that block underneath your hand. Inhale up through your left hand, your left arm. Rotating. Over to Trikonasana. Breathe. Try to reach out. Imagine somebody holding your arm, pulling you up. Good. Exhale back down. Good. Inhale, Trikonasana. Exhale, bend that front knee, maybe slide your back leg back. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, wiggle down. Step back, move through your vinyasa over the down dog. Find that breath. Good. Last round. Inhale, your left leg up. Bend the knee and open the hip. Roll through that ankle. Good. Inhale it back up. Exhale, cross to the right elbow. Drop the foot. Inhale. Exhale. Spinning on that right foot. Let's drop the left foot. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Inhale all the way up here. Exhale, kneeling crescent. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Good. This time exhaling back. Maybe staying here. Maybe staying in the lunge instead. Maybe working into some splits. Find what you want to work on. One side is always easier than the other. Breathe. Great place for those props. Start to work it up. Stay there as long as you want. Good. If you're on a concrete floor like I am, you might want a towel for padding underneath that back knee. Should have said that for me. Inhale, leaning across it. Rising up. Good. Exhale, take the top. Inhale, overhead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale to open. Good, inhale up. Breathe, exhale down. Find whatever variation of this you want. I'm going to take peace fingers to the big toes. Up to you. Good, release, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, inhale all the way up. Exhale, turn that front foot, warrior two. Inhale, drop back. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, tabletop. Hop that back foot forward and fold. Breathe. Find whatever props you need here. Make whatever adjustments you need. Strong legs, press your feet into the floor. Good. And then lift about halfway, begin to work this left hand close to your right foot, maybe to the outside, preferably to the outside. Trying to find that twist. So still imagining you're between those two panes of glass. So really try to square those hips up so that you have more space to rotate. Good place for that block. Right arm comes up. Maybe your hand's on your leg, maybe it's on a block. Reach through those arms. Breathe. Legs strong. Exhale back. Slowing that leg back just a little bit. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill down. Step back, move through your vinyasa or your down dog. Good. Bend those legs. Inhale forward to your plank and exhale all the way down. Good. So bring your left knee up to the side. Bring your left arm out, press your chest up. Right arm comes palm up underneath. Now, keep your left knee on the floor. It can come closer to you, but keep it on the floor as you start to scoot your right hip under and try to open your chest towards the ceiling. You can even take this right hand down onto that left knee. Breathe. Find your breath. Good. So this is a pose where you usually can continue to feel things opening up. Gravity is working, helping you out a little bit. Imagine this kind of opposing crescent from your knee across to your left shoulder. Just pressing that open. You can even use your hands to do that if you want. Maybe even turning your head to the left. Find your breath. Feel like everything could grow roots. Everything touching the floor can grow roots. Just continue to be pulled down through the floor. Good. Rolling back center gently. we'll switch directions. So right knee comes up to the side, right arm out to start, left arm palm up underneath, and then start to scoot that hip. Good. Only rule is that right knee stays on the floor, right? It might be just a tiny bit of it, but just a little bit of that right knee on the floor. Extend that right arm out, turn your head. Left hand might come down to anchor that right knee. Finding breath. Feel that pressing across your body like this diagonal line. From here, roll onto your back. And bring your knees into your chest. Feel your breath on the floor. Maybe rocking side to side, massaging through that spine. Good. Lower your left foot. Take your right leg straight up. Feel those hamstrings that you've been working. Lengthen that leg if you want. You can leave that foot planted. And again, maybe you're finding some motion here. Maybe it goes side to side a little bit. Move with breath. And then switch, bring the other leg up. Plant that right foot to begin. Breathing, maybe you're massaging those hamstrings. Bring both legs up. Fold into those legs. Press, maybe the hips come up. Try to keep those legs as straight as you can. And then again, bend those knees. Relax your head. Lower your feet to the floor. Pull your shoulder blades underneath your back. And a couple options here. Sometimes people prefer more a cross-legged position or soles of the feet together, hips open here. Supta Baddha Konasana. For their Shavasana. Or you can extend those legs out in traditional Shavasana. Open your arms out to the sides. Tilt your head back so there's a lot of space for your breath to move through your throat and your chest. Imagine your breath as a wave washing up over you. And as it does, start from the bottom, start from your feet. As that wave washes up, imagine as it draws back, that everything else just kind of turns to sand and moves with that breath, becomes part of the breath, part of that wave. So inhale, imagine that wave coming up to your ankles. Exhale as it washes everything down. Inhale up to your shins, just below your knees. Exhale. Inhale, let that wave rise up over your knees, up to your hips. washing over your fingers. Exhale. Inhale, the wave washes up over your arms, up to your elbows, up to your chest. Exhaling it out. Inhale, the wave washes all the way up to your neck, over your chest, over your shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, the wave washes up over your face. Everything becomes part of the wave, part of the breath. Allowing your mind to be still. Staying here as long as you need to find peace, find some quietness. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll through your ankles, bringing awareness to those joints. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead like you're just waking up. Slide your legs together and stretch long. And then exhale, roll to your right side and press up into a seated position. Good. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. And switch back and forth. Gentle, relax your shoulders. And roll your chin to your chest. Keeping the backs of the shoulders tall. And take one more deep breath. Inhale all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, bring the hands heart center. Exhale out of your mouth. Thank you for sharing your practice with me